Yo, good morning, everybody. Very early good morning to everybody. Welcome back. And it's been a while since I've done a podcast. Um, so hopefully this doesn't crash. For those who watched the last live stream that I took down, there was just so much issues with it crashing, left power washing this Chromebook. And so far, I've been using it for a couple of days and it's been pretty stable. So hopefully it remains that way, and until I can get a new laptop. So yeah, this is not my usual time that I go live, obviously, but it's Saturday. I'm awake. The rest of the family's asleep. I figured I would come and just do a podcast and say what's up to everybody and talk about these wonderful topics that I want to talk about. So just kind of a heads up, we're gonna dive into a Mastodon versus Twitter. We're going to talk about those social platforms. I'm going to explain a little bit about Mastodon for those people who are like quite confused on how Mastodon. To some MobileX Q&A. Shout out to MobileX for the shirt. We'll spill into the MobileX Q&A, and then we'll finish it off with the finale of Pixel 7 and its current status. So I'm glad I see 3 people are here. Glad to have you guys here. Feel free to engage in the chat and ask your questions there, or just leave your comments, concerns, emotional outbursts. That would be totally fine. And yeah, so it is cold today. Currently right now we are sitting at 42 summer, and yeah, we are almost ready to go here. We'll give it about another minute, so 4 minutes into the podcast, and I'll start beginning to go into my spiel. And while you're here, let me know, how's your morning starting? How's your Saturday? Is your Saturday okay? Again, I do want to give shout out to those people who know personally what's going on and has checked up on me. Really, just a situation regarding my mom, and I appreciate those people who actually care. Okay, so it looks like. Are you serious? They should be going fine. I'm sorry that it crashed out. I was just watching. Yeah, I did freeze up. I did freeze. Oh man, I need to get me a new laptop because this one is just failing. I power washed it, hoping like all the built files would go away, but I guess that didn't happen. So I'm going to try to do what I can with what I have. So bear with me, everybody. It looks like I might have some technical issues here and there. Gene says we finally got Verizon ultra wideband here. Okay, now you. Are you talking millimeter wave, or are you talking about area the dash trying to 5G plus, and it's or could we? Let me know, Gene. Gene is like the main person who tells me like, "Hey, you froze it." So what I'm gonna do is I was going to share Mastodon on the screen. I'm not going to do it because it's freezing so much. So I'm just gonna keep the podcast very light, very simple. My iPhone 13 mini is showing it. Nice. That's awesome to hear. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to get into some of the subjects here. And like I said, I'm going to keep it light. So I was going to have some visuals for everybody, but this POS laptop is just not having it. I'm excited for getting Verizon 5G ultra wideband here. Yeah, Verizon 5G ultra wideband is very reliable. I access it with my Mobile X line. And really, when you run a speed test here, it's like, 500 megabits per second on the download, about 100, between 30 to 100 on the upload. Just depends. So I don't see I don't see it being I guess that fast of an uplink. Okay. All right. So let's talk Mastodon and Twitter, right? And some people are really kind of like picking up on the whim. On Twitter, there's people that's like, hashtagging RIP Twitter. People that's not happy with Elon Musk and him, the way he's running Twitter, the things that he's doing, and the stuff that he's saying on the social platform. There's a lot of people are taking massive offense to it. And there's people that want to walk away from Twitter just to kind of show like because they don't support him, they're not going to use the platform anymore. And that makes total sense. And, people are looking for alternatives to Twitter. Like, where are other that's really kind of caught the attention of a lot of people is a social platform called Mastodon. Now, Mastodon gets pretty confusing when people sign up with it because people are signing up with Mastodon under the notion that it is like a clone or a replica of Twitter, right? Like, you create an account and boom, you're just off to the races. And it's totally from that. Mastodon is not one social platform, but Mastodon is a create an account on. So basically, in layman's term, when you download the Mastodon app and you're creating an account, excuse you, but if you create an account, you create an account based on the server that you choose. Right. So there's a bunch of different. The reason for this, obviously, is it, kind of keeping it to like what's you. That's like the first thing that I get from it. You know what I mean? So there's like multiple different text servers, and so you just got to go to the one that that other people are on, that you are aware of, like that and you would create your Mastodon account there, which is why I link. As a matter of fact, on my Twitter account, in the bio, you'll see my link to my Mastodon account, because I'm in the so that's why my thing basically says it has a URL with the Tech Social Hub, and then it says at, and then my handle, Nick and Me. And by the way, side note, people want to know why the name Tech and Me. It's kind of a shout out and paying homage to a YouTuber, Chris Chavez, and he used to run a tech blog called Android and Me. Tech and Me just kind of fits in because it's not that notion that everything is only centralized around Android, even though it kind of is, because it's kind of what I choose to use. But yeah, that's the reason for the name Tech. Yeah, so that's how it works. So there's different, like I said, there's different servers for foodies, there's servers for Mac users, there's servers for Android devs, there's servers for photography, there's servers for different scenarios. You just have you create an account and log into the most. Now, can you have mobile in different servers? Yes, you can. you would have to link up with each of those servers in order to be able to communicate and listed on just basically these servers in hindsight, they're communities. That's how you just look at it, okay? Forget the technical term that it's a server and just community. So if you're a movie buff that loves sci-fi movies, there is basically it's a server. So that's how Mastodon works. A lot of people are getting like massive confusion when they create it, because again, like I said in the beginning of the segment, they're going in, signing up for Mastodon in this thought process that it's exactly like Twitter, and it's not. It is a microblogging site, but it's not exactly like Twitter. Everyone's not on one server, and everyone just can find it all based upon community. Community is the key word of Mastodon. Shout out to Chris. That Mastodon, why people are going to that, besides the whole thing of Twitter, there's also, it's a decentralized, and there's no tracking, there's no ads, none of that. So that's a little bit different from like things that people are kind of used to, right? When you go on Twitter, there's ads. When you go on Instagram, there's ads. When you go on any other social platform, there's ads, right? That's one of the things that the reason why like I jumped ship from Facebook to MeWe. I went to MeWe because it's annoying seeing ads. And not only just feel like that the metaverse pretty much knew like I was annoyed with, and just closed out my Facebook accounts. So if you guys hadn't noticed, they're closed. I had shut down Facebook. You can search my name up. If you DM me in Facebook Messenger, you'll probably see that it says Facebook user instead of my name, because I closed out the Facebook account. I was just so annoyed with it that I think my dad had MeWe, so he's able to still keep up with. I've been very active on it. Twitter, I've been very active on it because Twitter, I'm not angry at Elon. I'm not. He's doing. I halfway really don't care. And to be quite, people are mad because they're like, oh, Elon. People say stuff and what was before. And you know what? Granted, you may have allowed to say anything on Twitter, because if they went against the majority, they were canceled. See, that was the problem. Forget all the stuff that you read on thing today. Media is not something that you can trust, the full 100% scope of things. To be quite honest with a lot of people, media today loves to bullshit you, make you think the way that they want to, aka they are bring a whip on you. That's how it is. We know that. Okay, so it looks like we crashed. Evidently, we crashed. So I'm going to try something here because this is going to be a problem. Oh my God. I wonder if I could take over the stream from my phone. Yeah, this laptop is just totally not great. Sorry about that, everybody. Those that were in here, those that were watching, my apologies. I don't know why it keeps crashing. Let's do this. Let's keep it super light. Let's keep it super light and just drop all the background noise. And let's see if it. I'll switch off. I'll switch out to my phone. So just fair warning, everybody, because like this laptop is like going to shit. I'm pretty sure it's going to completely die here soon. But just to be quite honest with everybody, if it crashes again, don't go anywhere. I'm gonna switch out to my phone and just jump in from my phone, and then close it out from this laptop and just run the live stream from my phone um, on Restream. So just be aware of that. It's not going. But anyways, what I was saying, I don't know how much got cut off before it crashed on me. It's a total piece of junk. What I was saying is that there are a lot of people. They want a platform where people can have all sides and basically just be able to say how they feel, right? I mean, social media was pretty much intended for that reason. It was intended in the reason that you can convey your thoughts, you can convey how you feel. And while you can't stop people from responding back to you with their opinions, you know what I mean? One thing that was for sure was that you wouldn't be canceled out unless you did something illegal. That was the whole point. On Twitter, it became a one-sided mindset, and anyone that didn't think the same way or didn't support that type of thinking was canceled out. And yeah, I mean, Twitter had so much power, they canceled the former president to silence him. And I mean, they were able to do it to other people too. So, you know, with Elon running it, apparently, like, you know, people will get penalized for doing stupid things on Twitter. But one of the things that he wasn't going to do is, regardless of which side of the spectrum you were on any given topic, geez, this early in the morning. Sorry about the ambulance. But, you know, anyone, you know, can be on Twitter and say what they want to say. So I don't have a problem with the way that Twitter is going. Like I tell a lot of people, I'm not in the political space to talk about either side because it's such a touchy subject. It brews a lot of arguments. It brews a lot of arguments. Pause for a second while that's happening. Oh my gosh. That's so bad. That is so bad. All right. Given that, okay. So why these two platforms? Why are people putting Mastodon versus Twitter? Why is this happening? My gosh, man, how many? Oh, I thought it had passed and it didn't. I do apologize. Like, I picked a great time to be 3 a.m. in the morning. And currently, right now, the sun is coming up, so it should start to warm up here. I was kind of sitting here freezing for a little bit. My hands are getting odd. Let's just go. I hope whatever happened, somebody is okay. That's like ultimately the thing. More than likely, it's probably an accident, and that's only because, like, not far from where I'm at, the I-17 is right there, and I'm driving very junk lately. So I mean, it is what it is. Okay, anyways, so Mastodon and Twitter. The reasoning that people are pitting these two against each other and everything like that is because a lot of the ones who make it a Mastodon account for fun, on my Twitter, my main, well, my tech Twitter, basically in the bio is the link to the hub that I'm in. So if you want to follow me on there, that'd be awesome. I am posting on there daily, so I will be posting stuff on there daily. But yeah, they're so upset because they feel like that they don't want other people to have a say in things. And that's true. There really are people like that. There are people that are like, I should be able to share what I think, but you're not allowed to share what you think, type of mentality. And they don't like the fact that, you know, it's being opened up to anybody saying anything. So awesome. Appreciate it. So they want to look for a platform to go on to, you know, and so they're, you know, that's the reason why people are jumping ship to Mastodon. You know, it's a new thing, kind of. Mastodon's kind of been out for a little bit of time, but it's a new thing, and so everything, they follow the gravy train, right? They're on the latest fad, so Mastodon is becoming that. Mastodon doesn't I mean, it has its quirks. Okay, there are some caveats to Mastodon. Obviously, the biggest one is that massive people get confused when they sign up for a Mastodon account. They don't realize that they have to pick a server they're going to be in socially. So they don't understand that it's broken up into various different communities, and those communities are hosted by servers, and so that's why it's called pick a server. So that's one. Two, another caveat is that you can't really share files, right? To migrate some of my content over on because it's not tracked. There's no ads. There's no one ciphering data from you or anything like that. If I wanted to post content on there, I really can't because there's no way that any of the content that I make file size. Now I'm sure there's probably going to be like some things you can do that maybe like a subscription base pay for to upload bigger file sizes. But I know right now, just for creating an account, when you upload stuff, videos max out at 8 megabytes. So maybe it's time to revisit Friendster. Whoa, I haven't heard that name in a while. Friendster. I mean, me personally, I'm on MeWe. I like using MeWe. I think it's pretty cool. I just really wish that MeWe would implement live streaming, but I know it's incorporate new things because they are a paid subscription type social platform. So you can create a free account and you can run a free account on MeWe, totally, right? You have basically the ability to post photos, like on Instagram and Snapchat. You have all those abilities on MeWe. However, with MeWe, when you're the chat, right? So if you're DMing somebody, like you can DM by message, but if you wanted the ability to video call them or just audio call them, like how Facebook Messenger does, then you would have to become a MeWe premium subscriber. So it's like $4.99 a month, a badge next to your name, and the badge is not to. I guess in the same way, it's kind of like what Elon's trying to do to Twitter, right? So it it says you are who you are, type of thing. There's like when you pay the $4.99, there's a couple of ads. There's a couple of badges that you can choose to use, and that's really what you're what you can do on MeWe that you have to pay for. Like if you want to create like an official page, like say I wanted to create official page for my YouTube channel, right? Then it's like $1.99 a month also just to have a page, because I don't have a massive following MeWe, so I just have a group page, which is almost very similar to a page. It's just it's a little bit there. There's chat for the members in that group, all that good stuff. So that works out for me. I don't need anything more additional. It's one of the things you can do on your page if you own a business ever, is that if you create that page, you can get it verified, and then people know like your page is legit, whatever, you know. Yeah, I use MeWe for social. I mean, Twitter is where I just, you know, share my thoughts. Mastodon is where I share my thoughts, you know, my day-to-day life, personal feelings and stuff like that. All that stuff is shared on MeWe. And then of course I have like a page for photography, tech, and then there's a group page I just recently created where I'm just going to start posting vlogs, like non-tech, none of the stuff. It keeps dropping. Okay, that's probably on my end because this laptop is crap. I wonder why. Okay. I cut the audio off and back on. Oh my god, I need to start hunting for a new laptop. Really do, because this is my old laptop. So before my Pixelbook Go broke, this one is what I was using before, and literally, it's really old. I'm going to assume that it crashed again. Let me see if I can get in. on my device, and then I'm just gonna do this from my device. So understand this: when I switch over to my phone, the audio is gonna sound different and everything because I don't have a mic connected to it. Just giving you guys a heads up. 50% off all annual plaids on Restream. Okay. I really wish that Restream would have like a freaking app, a dedicated app for Android and iOS. Like going to the browser to do this is just no, I don't want to sign up. I want to sign in. Nada. Sign in. Jesus. I'm going to restream.io. See if I can get in. Just give me a minute, everybody. See if I can get it on my device. If I can, then I'm just going to run it from my device. No, I don't want any of the Black Friday specials. Holy crap. I don't want to schedule an event. I want to join an event that's already open. What the heck? Oh, wait, I'm signed in on the wrong one, and I keep tapping wrong places. Okay. Try this again. There we go. This is the one. Good. Log me in. That's what I want to do is log in. We're almost there. And then the live stream is just going to have to be done through here. Okay, I'm going to mute this really quickly on this end. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm just switching off different device, okay? All right. Hopefully that doesn't kill it. Hopefully it doesn't kill it. But it's weird because, like, I don't know if I can full screen this or not. Nope. Okay. Anyways, we'll leave it at that. Someone let me know if you guys can hear me pretty well. Just let me know. The audio. I don't need this anymore just because we're not using a laptop. It's crashing. I want to be able to catch some of the comments. So let me see. Okay, it's working. Awesome. This laptop is just dying. Sound is good. Sound is directly from the Pixel 7. So I'm actually live streaming from the Pixel 7 now. Disabling this, and yep, looks like I'm not using a laptop for live streaming anymore because it's gone to hell. But I am using the laptop to hold the phone up, so that way it makes sense to a certain degree. Awesome. Glad to know it's working good. Anyhow, where was I last at before it crashed? Oh yeah, let's talk about MeWe. Anyways, yeah, so I use MeWe for my social stuff and whatever. At the end of the freaking day, Mastodon People will figure it out. I have faith that people are able to understand that it's multiple different servers clustered together, and you just have to pick the right one you want to be in. You're on the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Nice. All right, let's kind of switch it up a little bit. Mobile X Q&A. I tried this last time where it was crashing. I tried it again right now. It was crashing during my whole Twitter spiel. So, yeah, we're okay now. We're okay on this live. So let's do it. I'm gonna try something here. Let me know if it kicks some feedback. No. Oh my gosh, what the heck happened? Hold on, I'm gonna turn this, and it's gonna end up going in landscape because I can't. Oh, there it goes. Let's try this. Is it giving feedback? Like, are you hearing the sound twice from the music, or is it just chill? Orientation not available while live. That's very interesting. But I guess you can put this in portrait mode if you're going to stream from a phone. So maybe I'll start doing that. Let's see. We will see. It's chill. No, my Pixel does not overheat. Especially right now, it's not going to overheat. 42 degrees outside. Do that. No, this isn't probably going to be much better. So I'll just keep it in portrait. I know it's not filling up this whole space here, but I can read the chat much better. So portrait is good. No feedback? Awesome. Because I can hear the music playing on my end, so I know there's music playing. Okay. Yeah, let's talk Mobile X Q&A. I've been dropping videos about Mobile X, and decent views for what I normally get. So I appreciate everyone coming and checking out those videos. And yeah, there's how to put it. The video I made yesterday, basically outlining the purpose of Mobile X, and I don't want people to take offense to what I said, because I did say that there were some people who will jump on Mobile X because they see other people doing it, and that is a truth. Honestly, there are people who are like that. There are people who are like, I'm gonna join up because I see a lot of people doing it. Not really that it's gonna fit their everyday need. So that is one of the things that I say is gonna happen here, especially when Mobile X launches fully and rolls out to a lot of people. The problem is that it's not gonna fit a lot of people that use a lot of data. It's just not. This is one of those things where you can't stream anything. It's just not happening. T-Mobile has standalone 5G in my area, finally. Yeah. T-Mobile is launching and running its standalone 5G. And if you're in an area where it's got good coverage, then obviously you're going to benefit from it. But like here, they've launched standalone here, and standalone here is not that great. What I mean by that is that you could get roughly, I want to say like maybe 300-400 on the down, but the uplink is really bad. Maybe like 1 megabit to like 5 megabits per second on the uplink, and that's pretty bad. Now, when it connects to another tower that has a non-standalone, then the uplink is really good, because I believe it's using 66 for
You're using N41 for the download and then LTE66 for the upload, I believe. We don't have N25 here yet. I'd look. MobileX uses Verizon. It uses Verizon's tower. But again, if you're someone that's totally reliant on your data more than Wi-Fi or anything like that, and you do a lot of things like gaming and watching movies on your phone and stuff, then I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it at all, because the benefits of MobileX is if you're someone who uses less data and uses Wi-Fi more. I'm going to try this really quickly to free my hands. Let me know if the sound gets muffled. If it does, I should sort of play my audio issues. Is it making the audio weird now? Because I don't have a tripod, so I can't have the phone propped up. But can't hold the phone all the time. So just let me know if the audio got weird. Anyways, but it uses Verizon towers. You do get access to N77, so you do get ultra wideband support if it's live in your area, right? So your towers in your area have to be upgraded to it, but you can access it. You can access millimeter wave, but millimeter wave is capped. So there's really no point in like speed testing MobileX for millimeter wave access, because it's not the same as Verizon postpaid. And yeah. They're still currently in beta. On the plus side of MobileX, someone let me know. Give me an audio test. Someone let me know if they can hear me good or clearly, or is like the music overpowering now? If you guys can bear with me for like 5 minutes, I can see if I can find a tripod and my Type-C adapter and maybe connect my microphone. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll get into it. Can you guys like give me like 3 minutes? Let me get my tripod. Okay, I'll be right back, and then I'll go deep dive into it. Hold on. Got the tripod here, so I'm gonna move this over there. Twitter notifications going off, and got my adapter so I can plug it in. Hopefully, it will pick up from this microphone for better audio. But let's see. What a very weird live stream today. It's just really all over the place. Okay. Hopefully this tripod works. One of the installations got damaged, so it doesn't grip all that well. So I'm gonna try. We are about to MacGyver this, so I will try. I'll try to do it where I don't lose you guys. I'll be right back now. Just enjoy the background music.
Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, what happened here? Let me know if you guys can still hear me. Well, something happened. Can I get a sound check? Can someone let me know if they can hear me or not? Okay, wait, there we go. Audio is there. I don't really hear anything from my end as far as the background music, but let me know if you guys can hear me, if the audio is coming through. You guys hear anything? Let me see. Actually, I could do a sound check on my end also. So let's find out. Oh, what a weird day. Ads. No, I don't want ads. I get kind of annoyed with them sometimes. Oh, looks like that it is playing some sound. For those that are still here, and if you guys can hear me pretty well, let me know. Put like a thumbs up emoji. Yeah, I do need premium. Can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me clearly, or does it sound like I'm quiet? No, I don't pay for YouTube Premium. I don't. Well, let me know, like, yeah. Okay, good. You guys can hear me. All right, awesome. Yeah, I had to get my Type-C adapter and plug in my microphone directly into my Pixel 7. If you guys didn't know, my Pixel 7 is actually running broadcast right now because this laptop is shit. Loud and clear. Awesome. That's what I want to hear. Okay. Wow, this live stream just kind of took like so many different twists and turns. So, yeah. But anyways, MobileX. Yes, MobileX uses Verizon. It uses Verizon network, so you will be connected to Big Red. But yeah, this is not a service that I would recommend to anybody that uses a lot of data. See, that's the key thing there. Oh, everything's just happening this morning. I would figure that a lot of people would still be asleep. It's Saturday. There's not really anything really going on. It's the weekend. I figure people would just be asleep. So, yeah, let me move the laptop out of the way because I know the sun's going to start coming up here in a second. And when it does, it's just going to streak the screen. But anyways, yeah, I wouldn't recommend MobileX for the heavy data users. This is just going to be like for people who use a lot of Wi-Fi and don't use a lot of data, because that's where it is, because it's cost savings. It's savings on a bill plan. It's like $8.94 before tax on MobileX for unlimited talk and text and 1 gigabyte of data. Okay. Now, when you use that 1 gig of data, you're not really cut off. You have the ability to pay for more high speed. So it's like you pay for, I think it's a half a gig. The overages. So it's not like you get like only half a gig. You can get like 3 extra gigs of data, right? But I think like the way that it's billed per half a gig, because that's like the lowest plan that you can get. The lowest plan you can get is like 500 and want to say like 500 megabytes of data. That's like the lowest that you can get, basically half a gig. Then you can go like a full gig. There's a possibility of doing that. I'm a heavy data user, so MobileX won't work for you. Exactly, MobileX, yeah. And see, here's the thing that's weird about MobileX that I find funny is that, like, you know, if you were to, because right now they're beta testing it, okay? So MobileX is not fully launched. You're not going to find it in Walmart or Target or any of those places. Right now, you would have to try to get a SIM card from them, and it's in beta. So only certain people were let in right now to use it. I'm already out of the beta testing phase and currently am using the full-blown services right now, but it's still in beta because they're still seeing like all the things that you're able to do with MobileX. One of the things that you know, like is the MobileX app. Okay, and I'll get a little bit into that here. But yeah, so like you know, when you get your SIM card, you get a 10-day trial. That 10-day trial is a learning curve. And like I said in yesterday's video, and I tell people, if you're someone that uses Wi-Fi at home and you use Wi-Fi at your girlfriend's house or your boyfriend's house, or you're using Wi-Fi at work, continue the same patterns of your usage. That way, MobileX can learn your habits and then be able to tell you, like, okay, which plan is going to be best for you. Now, besides you know, being on the pay for use side plans, you also have the ability to go with what they call their fake unlimited. Okay. Holy crap, I forgot notifications are on this thing. Let me put do not disturb on, so it doesn't. But anyways, yeah. Have I tested out Straight Talk Home Internet? No, I didn't get it just yet. The only thing that I do know is that the homie Carlos, he has both Verizon Home Internet and he has a Straight Talk Home Internet, and there's a significant difference in access. So the internet through Straight Talk is capped. I believe it's like about 150 megabits on the download and 10 megabits on the upload. It's capped to, won't go any higher than that. And so, like, when I was telling him I was thinking about trying the Straight Talk Home Internet, he was just like, go to Verizon and get it from Verizon. Like, so I was like, okay. So no, I haven't tried it yet. But the thing about Verizon's network that I've noticed is dependability. So even if I was to go and get the router and get on the unlimited plan, even though that was capped at 150 megabits per second on the download and you know 10 on the upload, I think it would suffice for live streaming. It doesn't require a lot of uplink to live stream, right? Not unless you're going to live stream in like 4K. Like if your video feed is going to be in 4K, then yeah, you're definitely going to need a good amount of uplink. But if you're only like if your uplink is only like what's it? Like 720p, 480p. If it's any of those, then yeah, you're not going to need a whole lot. Oh, Carlos? Yeah. I mean, I follow Carlos for a lot of other different things. I like when he does his Lake Mead coverage. That's one of my favorite things that, you know, when he does live streams, that's one of my favorite things that I enjoy from his content. It's just that. It's making sure that my phone doesn't pop out of the tripod. But yeah, so I mean, that's one thing about MobileX. The other thing is that they do have what they call it, and it's always so weird to say it because like some people will take what I'm saying and they're like, oh, why are you bashing MobileX? And I'm not bashing MobileX when I say that they have fake unlimited. That's exactly what they call their plan. If you don't want to be on a metered plan, then you can join their what they call fake unlimited. The first plan is, I think it's $20 and it's 15 gigabytes of data. And their other plan is $25 and it's 30 gigs of data before you're throttled for the rest of your bill cycle. And you can join those if you really absolutely want to be on Mobile X. What flavor am I vaping? Lemon berry squeeze. So it's like a mixture of lemonade and blueberry. And then they have two different versions of it. One is just like the regular fruit flavor. The other one has menthol in it. So they call it lemon berry freeze, which is so confusing to people. So there's squeeze and freeze, literally. Yeah. Kind of bring the tripod down just a little bit. There we go. That seems better to me. But yeah, I mean, I've said all that I needed to say on Mobile X. Currently, right now, I know a lot of people are frustrated with the app. There are a lot of bugs within the app. The app developers are very aware. Mobile X is very attentive to what's going on social media. Let's just say they're very attentive. They see what people are posting about the brand. They're seeing what people's responses are about the beta, and they are diligently working on correcting a lot of those issues. Like currently right now, I think in the app itself, if you wanted to cancel your service and close it out, that button is broken. When you try to tap it, nothing happens. And there's still other aspects of the Mobile X app that's not working properly. And so that's why they have beta. This is what the whole beta thing is for. I don't have answers to those that are asking. I don't have answers to when they're going to fully launch Mobile X for consumer wide. I can't tell anybody that. I'm not working for the company. I'm not sponsored by the company. That is something that I'm going to be upfront with everybody about. The hat and the shirt you see me wearing, well, the shirt I'm wearing, but the hat you see me wearing in other videos, those were just sent out to me just because there was an issue trying to activate the 10-day trial when I first got the SIM card, and as like a, you know, an apology, but you know, thanks for sticking it out. They sent me a hat and a shirt. So I'm not sponsored by Mobile X at all whatsoever. So I want to make that clear because I don't think I've said that in any other videos, and I don't want people to get that assumption like, oh, this guy works for Mobile X or this guy is sponsored by them or anything. No, it's not. So all the opinions and the stuff that I stated in previous videos covering Mobile X are mine and my opinions alone. There are nobody else's, and they're not like reading a script or anything like that. I'm just telling you guys what I think. And I know a lot of people don't think the same way that I do. There are like people who are dead set on just having like fully unlimited internet, like nonstop, you know, data consumption. And by right, that's their right. That's how they want to, you know, use internet services. That's how they want to use it, and that's totally up to them, right? Who can say that they're wrong? I'm a person that looks outside of the box, into the box, and sees all the players on the field and what their intentions are. And I know what Mobile X's intentions are. Their intentions are for people who just don't want a high phone bill. The way that they look at it, basically, just to flat out tell you guys, is that there could be 100 people in a room. 99 people use about 500 gigabytes of data per day. There's that one person that, even though they have the unlimited access, they you know, when their bill is due, it shows they've only used 2 gigabytes of data. Even though they have access to all this range of unlimited data or deprio data, they still tend to only use 2 gigabytes. That's very low. And when you're paying for an unlimited plan, nowadays they're like, you know, 55 and up for an unlimited plan. It doesn't make sense that you're paying that much to have phone service when you could be paying $15 a month for unlimited talk, text, and then 2 gigabytes of data. And if you need more data, well, then you just pay for the overages that you use. You use 3 gigs, then you're just paying for an additional gig. That's entirely up to you. You can even forecast for yourself before you go over and say, hey, you know what? Like I have 2 gigabyte plan. I'm about to hit 2 gigabytes probably the next day. Let me add on an additional gig, or maybe add on an additional 3 gigs. And you know, you can see the prices of them for the initial add-on, and you just pay for it and it's added onto your data bucket, right? So it's like what people say, like, oh, this is like old school phone service where you're paying for actual usage of internet. Like, yes, it is, but there's people that could save a lot of money going this route when they're not using a lot of data on their phones. There are people who are on fixed incomes like Social Security and disability and things like that can utilize this. If they're not online all the time, or they have home Wi-Fi because they take advantage of all the different programs that's available to them out there. Why would they need fully unlimited? They can just pay $15 or $9, $10 a month for a phone bill rather than paying $50 for a phone bill and then $50 to $100 for Wi-Fi at home and then whatever else expenses they have, rent, food, electricity, gas if their stove is gas range and not electric range. That's what it's for. So, people don't need to feel bad if Mobile X doesn't fit for them. But the one thing that I do want people to understand is that you can't turn a donkey into a horse. You just can't. And that's basically Mobile X. You can't turn Mobile X into a Metro by T-Mobile. It's just not happening. If Mobile X doesn't fit you, totally fine. It doesn't fit you. And they will tell you it's fine. Mobile X will help you find a provider that fits you. When you do the 10-day trial and you finish it and say, you use a hell of a lot of data, they will tell you hey, we're not a good fit for you. Literally, they will tell you that they're not a good fit for you, but there are these options, and they will list the competitors that are options for you to basically go with if you choose to do that. So that's Mobile X all in a nutshell. At this point, there's not going to be a lot of Mobile X coverage, only because when they launch fully to the consumer, I'm excited to see how things go. I'm excited to see all the bug issues with the app fixed. I'm excited to see the bug issues with the services to be fixed by the time that it launches out. Coffee, welcome in. Glad you came in now, because earlier I was having such massive problems with the computer. I don't know if I should just smash this computer on a live stream today in front of everybody. But then again, probably not. What I'll probably do is find someone that, can refurbish it or whatever, and maybe just donate it to them, and they can give it to a kid who absolutely needs a computer and would be willing to use that. Might just do that, just donate it. But that laptop pissed me off because the live stream just kept crashing and crashing and crashing and crashing. It was so bad. So the whole thing with the Mastodon Twitter thing, that had to be like nails on a chalkboard, annoying for how many times it was crashing, freezing, and audio was dropping. So let's pull into the Pixel 7, and let's just talk about the Pixel 7, because I'm seeing massive amount of videos talking about the Pixel 7. A lot of people, really satisfied with the Pixel 7 and just how it's been performing. Questions I get, one was put in the chat here earlier, and that is, happy Thanksgiving, have a great day. Oh, you're leaving out, Gene? Thanks for being here, Gene. Hopefully your day is great. But yeah, the Pixel 7 is everything the Pixel 6 should have been. But then again, I say no. I disagree with a lot of people. The Pixel 6 needed to be what the Pixel 6 is, because if the Pixel 6 wasn't what it is, then how the heck would Google be able to come with the Pixel 7 and make it a much more better experience? That is truth there, right? We wouldn't have the Pixel 7 in all its glory and the Pixel 7 Pro in all of its glory if we never had these bug issues with the Pixel 6 in the first place. It literally pointed Google into the directions where they needed to focus their attention and fix issues that would arise in the future when it came to that. So good on Google for paying attention. And this possibly, one person had stated on these chat forums and such, they were like, maybe Google didn't respond to a lot of the bug issues we reported on Reddit because maybe they were actually using that and implementing that into the development of the Pixel 7. And that makes sense, right? Sometimes you're not just going to implement everything into the into what you would consider beta. The Pixel 6 will forever be known as the beta phone for Google, with their new path they generated for themselves, the direction that they're walking in with mobile technology and the development of their products and services. The Pixel 6, it's still an amazing phone. It had bugs in the beginning for most people. I was fortunate enough not to have that issue with the Pixel 6, and it worked just fine. I did have a couple of bugs, so for people to be like, he's just kissing ass to Google. No, I did have a couple of bugs. I was just lucky enough that when I updated Because believe you me, when I found out these bugs existed in my Pixel 6 after taking an update, I was like, crap. Like, F this and F that, but there happened to be another system update right after I took the first one, and that fixed the issue. Now, so my thing is that when the new system update comes out, sometimes, if I hear good things or if I know that it hasn't broken anything on the device, then I will take the update. But if I start seeing people on Reddit and on Twitter and stuff reporting that they took the update and it broke this feature or that feature, then I hold off on updating my phone until I know that there's another software update that fixes it. I heard the Nothing phone is a good phone. A lot of people report that the Nothing phone is a good phone. Me personally, like, I'm just not going to get one. I believe you have to have that imported in. I don't believe that the Nothing Phone 1 is available in the US. So that's something that I would say. But I mean, there's a lot of these phones out there, right? You gotta pick one that resonates with you. If it's Samsung, stick with Samsung. If it's iPhone, stick with iPhone. Whatever it may be, I stick with Pixels. For the Android side, I like Pixels. Right now, I'm using an old iPhone XS, and it works just fine. However, I do plan on upgrading here soon, and through my work line. I have an account with Consumer Cellular. My work line, basically, I checked into it yesterday, and the ability to finance an iPhone 13 or an iPhone 14 is on the cards, just depending on what I feel like paying monthly for a phone to finance it, because I don't have like $1,000 to drop on a phone. So I can finance a new iPhone that, I'm thinking the 13 though. Like I know people would say go with the 14 Pro. No, I'll be fine just getting like an iPhone 13. So motorcycles, but my options that I'm like weighing out before I make a decision, it's between the iPhone 13 or 13 Pro. Or 11, not 11, but 11 Pro. Between the 11 Pro, the 13, and the 13 Pro. Those are my options here. Now, I know the only caveat to the 11 Pro is that it's LTE only. There's no 5G, so I might get the Pixel 6a most likely. Although, same as you, the Nothing, we can't get it officially here. Yeah, it's the same here. I think it's only like set in like certain markets. I believe the Nothing Phone 2 is going to be available in the US and in more places. At least that's what they've tweeted out before. So since then, I haven't really heard anything from Nothing. I know that people are like talking about the earbuds. They're supposed to be like really good earbuds and everything like that, but you know what? Like, I like the fact that there's more competition. I like the fact that there's more ecosystems to immerse yourself in, whichever one resonates with you, right? So Nothing. I mean, right now, like if you really wanted to, I believe you can download and install the Nothing launcher on your Android device if you want to experience the Nothing phone. The only thing about that is that I couldn't put it on the iPhone XS. So couldn't put the Nothing launcher on there because iOS is really locked down. But on any other Android device, I could install it, and I'm not shitting on Nothing. That sounds so weird to say. But it doesn't feel overly immaculate, like a very different experience. The launcher base, that is. So would I say, like, if you want to experience the Nothing phone, get the launcher? Honestly, I would tell people no. Like, if you want to experience the Nothing phone, you have to buy the Nothing phone. Like, you just have to get the phone. The launcher's probably like 25% of the overall experience, and 25% is not enough to make a judgment on it if it's good or bad. So, to be quite honest with everybody, I just feel like that. Now if you want the Nothing, get the Nothing. Then you'll know exactly like what it feels like, how it feels, and everything like that. Let me drop the gain on this because the gain on this microphone is just really. There we go. It's not so loud in my ear. But yeah, I can definitely say this. On a side note of all the same type videos and stuff like that, the Pixel 7, and I don't have the 7 Pro. I have the regular 7. It is doing fantastic. Mind you, I have to take back a statement that I said the day that I got the device from all of you in the community who put in and gifted me the Pixel 7 and the Pixel Watch. Again, thank you guys very much for that. And I'm always humble and appreciated that you guys did that, because you guys didn't have to do that, especially today and how everything costs. Money is tight. You guys don't have to go and put your money together and buy me a Pixel 7 to review on YouTube for everybody. So I love you guys for that. I appreciate you guys for that. And I'm not expecting it ever again. This is not something I'm going to be expecting every year. I just want to make that clear to everybody. But, the Pixel 7, it functions very, very good. Even though it has a smaller battery than my Pixel 6, so it's a 4335 milliamp hour battery compared to a 4616, it actually lasts longer than the Pixel 6. It does. And that just basically means that Android 13 is very well optimized on the Pixel 7. And if it continues that trend that Google does with their Pixels, that they get better over time, well, then that means that Android 14 is going to be even better on my Pixel 7. So, with how everything that it functions, right? Because I gave my Pixel 6 to my wife. She dropped hers and hers broke, and the digitizer basically busted and the ink linked in between the glass screen and the digitizer, and it just is bad. I felt so sorry for it. So I gave her my Pixel 6, because what's the point of me really rocking it if I have the Pixel 7, So she's using it, and I'm using my Pixel 7, and I'm using my iPhone XS for work. And cameras is pretty good. I mean, with the latest updates to the camera app, it's fixed some issues that I experienced when I first got the phone out of the box. So the Pixel 7, when I got out of the box, it had a little bit of an issue with night sight. That seems to be corrected with the recent update to the camera app. So that fixed some of that. I feel like that it's well balanced now with night sight, and it takes night photos very, very, very good. So I am completely satisfied with the way that the camera is functioning. Of course, you got the Tensor G2, and I think that's a very, very good optimized chip. And yes, obviously my assumptions, and I have to throw this out there, and if people take offense, not sorry, but I told people that the Tensor chip was basically focused on AI. It was focused on computing for AI, machine learning, right? That's Google's not bread and butter, but I would say that's just the butter on the bread of Google is AI. It's where they're really kind of focused in. And lo and behold, Qualcomm has released the Snapdragon 8th Gen 2. And one of the big key things about the 8th Gen 2 from Qualcomm is that they're focusing on AI. And I told people that they were going to. AI is the future. That's where it's heading to. Google is leading the way. Apple's going to be implementing it. And then other OEMs are going to be able to implement it because the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 is going to compute for that. So you have a processor that supports AI, and you can implement AI into your software. So how is Android 13 on the Pixel 7? It's good. It is good. User experience is really where I judge things at. So it's how I'm able to use the phone and how the software interacts with me. The other things of the user interface, like the design, stuff like that, it does have an influence on me, but not heavy enough. And that's just me just saying that, it's not something where I'll be totally oh, screw this, I would rather use Android 11. I mean, Android 11 was really good. I liked Android 11. When they changed to this Material U UI, I get the idea of it, and I feel like there's a little bit more ways to go. I would say maybe by Android 14 or Android 15, the way that they demoed Material U, well, let me correct that. Material U UI, because there is a Material U that was way back in the day. The sun's coming out, so I think it's gonna start glaring into the camera. But yeah, I think probably like Android 14, Android 15, it's really gonna work the way that they've demoed it when Android 12 came. So that's something to keep in mind. That's something that I think one of the things that people are like, they judge it that it's not working properly just yet. And I agree with people, like, you know, it should be working right outside the gate. The things that you say it's going to be able to do, it should be able to do it when it comes out. Not this is what it can do and this is what it will do for now, but the rest of it will come later. Like, I mean, I know that irritates people. It doesn't really irritate me. I'm for it. I'm not for it like that's how it should be, but I'm for it. Like, I'm okay with it being that way. And development over time will implement those things in it, and it'll get better and better over time. So that's my realization when it comes to that. But yeah, it's fine. It works great. So I have no complaints there. There's really not much of a complaint with my Pixel 7 except for one thing that irks the hell out of me, and that is the body of the phone. And I'm referring to the back panels on the phone, the glass. While it's nice and it, you know, it's like with the obsidian black, it's like going for that piano black. Remember on the iPhone 7 piano black version? It is very slick, very slippery. And oh yeah, I don't know if I said it earlier. I know I was leading into it, but I probably like ADHD'd away from what I was going to tell you guys. So hashtag ADHD problems if you made it this far. But the Pixel 7 Obsidian Black is not the first black like Pixel that I've owned. I have to retract that statement because the Pixel 4a is a black model and my Pixel 4 is a glass black model. So I have a black model Pixel 4. So yeah, I don't know, the Obsidian just looks good. In my opinion, it looks good with the black, with the way that the metal rail and metal camera visor is. It looks good. I'm kind of happy that Google went this route. I know some people were like, "Where's the quirky colors, Google?" And Google doing something different by making all the colors align. I just think that was a nice touch. Yeah, you know, with the Pixel 6 and it having like a two-tone colorway, right? So like the coral, the top one was, you know, a darker color. The bottom half of the back of the phone was like a light pink. You had seafoam green. You had the black where like the back was black, but the very top of the back was like a dark gray. Like I get that, and I think that was pretty cool that Google did that. That Google did the two-tone colorway. They've always done like really quirky colors, but this year with the Pixel 7 and the 7 Pro, they kind of kept it basic with the obsidian black and with the snow. And then of course on the Pixel 7, their exclusive color, lemongrass. And then on the Pixel 7 Pro, the hazel is a nice color. I think it's it's a very weird way of the color, how it looks and everything like that. The color reminds me almost close to like the Pixel 2's, was it the blue version of the Pixel 2? It kind of looks like that blue, but like with a gold trim. So it's kind of nice. I like the 6A because of the size and how good pics it makes. And overall, it's a great phone for the price. Yeah, it is. And I think the Google Store has it on sale as of, I think the day before yesterday. Today's what, the 19th? Yeah, so 2 days ago, it already started the Black Friday sale for the Pixel 6A. And it's $299. Okay, yeah. And you know what? You could throw a launcher on top of that. I mean, one of the most famous, not famous, but most popular launchers used on Pixels to kind of get away from the Pixel, user interface is, what the hell is that one? Oh my God, I can't even remember its name now. I had it and then it completely blanked. What the hell? Nova Launcher. Nova Launcher, you can really customize your home screen. You can change it up. You can change it from having the search bar at the bottom. You can take that out. You can change the icon shapes. And that's one of the things that people missed about Android 11 is that Android 11 allowed you to change the shapes of the Pixel 7 like the Android icon that lets you change the shape of it. You had like weird ones. You had like a octagon shape. You had a teardrop shape. You had this weird puzzle piece shape. It was kind of funny. Yeah, they took that away. I don't know why they did that. Actually, no. I know a lot of people didn't like launchers back in the day, like the days of Android Froyo, gingerbread, ice cream sandwich, jelly bean. If you put a launcher on there, it would literally like bog down the phone. And today, with the amount of RAM that we have in these things, it doesn't slow it down anymore. But you're talking about days of like Android devices that were using like 512 megabytes of RAM up to like 1 gig of RAM, right? And I think like back then, like one of the strong processors was on Samsung because they had the Humming processor, and that was pretty fast. And the only way that you were really getting like a fast, fluid experience on using a custom launcher is if you had rooted your phone and you had installed a custom kernel that basically sped up your phone. I think one of my favorite kernels I still remember today was actually for the HTC Evo 3D, or on Virgin Mobile it was the HTC Evo V4G, but the Evo 3D basically, and it was a kernel called Anthrax, and I remember that it was on XDA developers for a little bit of time, and then they took it down. So you really had to hunt the internet for someone who uploaded the kernel for you to flash it onto your HTC Evo 3D. The Anthrax kernel was super fast. Probably one of the fastest things that on Android. It's still right here with today's Android devices. So you see how far into the future Anthrax sped up older devices that were on ice cream, those on jelly bean. It was an ice cream sandwich. It was an ice cream sandwich. But yeah, ice cream sandwich is where it was at. And the Anthrax kernel really sped the hell up out of it. I mean, it was super fluid. But yeah, so today's Android devices, they really don't need that. Like my stream is getting laggy. I got the feel, so sorry if it's getting for the back home. Oh yeah, so I was getting a little bit warm. But I'm about to end the live stream anyway, so a little bit. We've been an hour and 20 minutes. I'm just making up for that time where it just kept crashing on me. But yeah, today's Android device, you don't need a custom or anything like that. It'll support a custom launcher easily. So you just really just have to know what launcher you want. If it's no launcher, or if it's any of the weird quirky ones, there's even a launcher that turns your phone into like, it makes it look like a Windows phone. So like it has tiles all over the display rather than icons. And you know how Windows mobile phones were, you had tile because they took the idea that like it's an icon and it's a widget in one. Like a live active feed within the tiles, right? So the weather tile showed the current weather, photo tile showed photos, and you were able to maneuver within those tiles. You tap the tile to launch the application completely. But yeah, there's launchers that are like that. There's some really weird launchers that developers come up with that I think are really cool. And I think that's something I am going to try in another video, is show you guys some quirky launchers. So I think that's a pretty cool video to come up with. You had the Nokia Lumia? You still have it? Yeah. So anyhow, yeah, I gotta say, in all the Pixel 7 is still chugging along. It's still fine. It hasn't run into any issues. Right now, it is kind of warm, and I think this would be where it may start to warn me about overheating. But because the temperature outside is currently right now 45 degrees, I think that's what's helping keeping it cool. But then again, I have it in a UAG case, the UAG Scout. I really like this case. It feels nice in the hand. And I'll probably do a video talking about the case. But yeah, with the phone being inside there, it probably traps some of the heat. I don't think it has it. I don't think it's cut to disperse heat out of it. So the heat is still kind of still kind of in there. But anyways, guys, thanks a lot for coming in, and those who stuck it out through all the hiccups. So now I know, just the next time I'm going to do a live stream this way, a podcast like this, I'm just going to do it from my mobile device and just do it that way, because this laptop has seen it's seen its last days. So it's crashing, it's all that stuff. I just don't want to do that again. So I'll be doing live streams from the mobile device in this way. And since you guys are saying the audio is good, that you guys can hear me a lot better, I know that with having my microphone plugged into my phone, I can have better audio. So at least I know I can do that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Really appreciate it so much. You guys are amazing. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Until then, peace.